Hello everyone, welcome back to a new stream. Had a few problems before starting it up today, but started now. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be in a party today because, again, the headphones aren't working in the party. People can't hear us. They could yesterday, but for some reason overnight that has changed again, which is very annoying. So we're not going to be able to be in a party today, unfortunately. And blame bloody Sony for that, because it was working fine yesterday. And then the stream wasn't starting up either. I literally had to start it like 3 times. So yeah, not a great start. But anyways, it started now. And this plant isn't spawning, just to annoy us even more. Yeah, just to piss us off a little bit more, they decide not to spawn the plant. Great. It's already annoying enough when you can't even speak to somebody in the party because of fucking Sony. They need to fix that issue as soon as possible. It shouldn't be happening on the PS5. It didn't happen on the PS4, and it certainly shouldn't be happening on the PS5. Fucking joke. Good morning, Speed. Bloody Sony messing up headphones in a party again, so I can't be in a party. It was working fine yesterday, so I don't know what's changed overnight. But it's bloody irritating. Oh, fuck off, UFOs, man. Fucking UFOs. They're so annoying, I can't wait till they're removed. Get those fucking UFOs removed from the game as soon as possible, because they're fucking annoying and all. Can't fucking stand them. Like, what's the point of them being in the game? They just bloody cause problems. Freeze your vehicles and make you die and that. Fucking annoying. Want to do plan some peace without my bloody vehicle freezing every 5 minutes? Bloody irritating. Right. Can't even spawn my bloody sparrow now. Because these stupid UFOs. More speed. Hope the UFO doesn't freeze my heli again, otherwise I'll be in trouble then. Right, that one's done. Oh, that's another level as well. Watch the UFOs because they froze my sparrow before, which made the helicopter get blown up, killed us. So watch the UFOs, especially when you're flying helicopters. Oh great. I hope the UFO doesn't get me helicopter again. I'm just glad the UFOs are being removed on Tuesday because they're just annoying. Especially when they freeze your vehicles and you're just trying to bloody do stuff. Well, that's good for you then, 900. It's good for you. I won't hit 900 again because I already hit it months ago, so... No, sorry. Fortunately, that can't happen. LJT, will you piss off with your text messages? Honestly, I don't care. I haven't done bloody MCs in months and LJT still bloody messaging us about them. It's like, fuck off. Yeah, I know I can't swear as well when I get monetized, but that hasn't happened yet, so. Can't wait till it's morning in the game, because when it's morning in the game, the UFOs don't come out, because they don't come out till the night time. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, so they'll be disappearing in a minute. I don't need a CEO invite. I'm on my Mark II. Let's go. UFO's still out for now, because it's 20 past 5. They're going to be disappearing. Only time I'll really join your CEO is when I can't spam my Mark II. I'm not even going to move the terabyte, I don't think, because it wastes a bit of time, so. Just keep collecting them. Trying to spawn the Mark II through the terabyte so the cooldown's a small amount.
LJT, fuck off.
I know. Yeah, it's annoying.
Be out. Okay.
So that's the one at the airport.
Oh no. Oh no, I can see it. Hey, what? I can see it. I can see AA8 well. AA8 well, that's gonna be good. Oh, that'll be Bob. One 369, well.
Oh, I'm gonna move my terabyte because its cooldowns are kind of annoying us now. And every time you get in the helicopter, the UFO freezes your vehicle. Blown up.
Bloody noise. Bloody NPC noise.
Oh.
Bloody noise. Bloody downtime now. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, see, my mic's not working today. So, well, it's Sony's fault because you can clearly see I've just switched it on and it's not picking us up. However, yesterday it was picking us up, so it's clearly something on Sony's end. Right then, next one.
Get rid of my room. I've been mad almost 100 times so far this week. It's not even been a week yet. Fucking no comments.
Yeah, because you've been spamming like 20 hours a day. I'll be surprised if you've even took breaks to have dinner or anything. Right.
Hey, favorite sister.
No.
You probably have. You probably have. To be fair, you probably have grinded them about 20 hours a day speed because you've been on them non-stop pretty much. Probably like
You're gonna,
close to that.
13.
I've still got to do a few plans for 1370. Right. Yeah, I only hit 1350. What was it? Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was Friday. I only hit 1350 on Friday. I'm nearly 1370 now.
Wow. Yeah. Thanks to his squad. But now flying on over here. And I'm gonna hit sportsman up here as well. So that'd be very nice. And a nice indie. second time.
Yeah, if you want to rank up between now and Wednesday night, then you need to be doing these plans, because the chances are you're probably a much lower level than me, and it's going to be a lot quicker for you to level up than it is for me. It takes me ages to level up once.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll probably hit like nuns and something. Even nuns, not. I don't know what rank, no. Right, it's definitely going to be even nuns and something. That means I'll be a second person who hit a level of 1,000 in a best crew ever, in a very good crew management.
Yep. It will be. Of course, I'm the first, and I'm the owner of the crew, so.
We're in a bit fast to hit 888 well. God, that's gonna look so weird, man. That's gonna look so weird.
Let's get the Mark II and go to the next one. There'll be no money grinding on this stream either, so if anybody wants to see money grinding, you're not on the correct stream today at least. Next week will be money grinding again, but not while plants are in the game. I'm glad it's actually early afternoon in the game, means there's no UFOs for now.
Imagine. Oh, bye-bye. First of all, I didn't know about it. I'm gonna cause on my second out tomorrow. And also I'm gonna get back where I wasn't in my as well with One being born in 53 in Murray. That's where I was. I've worked here for quite a few months.
I always hold the button. I always hold the button to end the hallucination just before my character collects the plant, because it's quicker. Because I don't care what animal I am. I just care about getting the RP. I don't care what animal I am. That's good parking from your terabyte speed. That's horrendous parking. You'd feel for that. You'd feel for that if you did that on a driving test. Your wheels on the bloody pavement,
Wow.
on the curb.
Yeah, that's a very good part. Not. But
What not to do when you driving test? Your tyres literally on the curb.
you did it with that. If you did it with parallel parking in a driving.
At least you haven't really been lagging today on my screen, so that's a good thing, I guess. But the bad thing is that I can't even be in a party today because of bloody Sony.
Going off this afternoon because my cousins have come around and my dad and my uncle.
Oh, we're at a different hospital.
Oh no, two more birds. Oh dear. Two more birds. Oh no. Fucking well. And I'll get rid of it. On the stream as well.
Just trigger this stupid gang attack and then fly away.
Gave it like as well. I'll wait for you in.
Well, I was despawning a gang attack because of the bloody interfering with the plants. You should be able to disable gang attacks anyways, but just don't let you do that. Just keep them on the map to annoy you. Like, who even does gang attacks in 2022?
You can jump in if you want.
Hello, Chinese Gaming. How's it going? 30 levels to go. 1400.
Chinese Gaming, I hope you're doing well.
$30 levels from 1400.
Banned,
Nope, unfortunately,
unfortunately.
unfortunately your rank's banned and you'll be reset to level 1 for modding. Right. Right, let's get this one.
Whoa.
Liverpool lost at home to Leeds, below us in the league. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with Liverpool this season. I don't know how you're losing to Leeds at home. They're just awful this season. I don't understand why. But the Liverpool are awful because they've lost bloody Sadio Mane. I don't fucking think so.
Just fucking wow. Look at my flag.
Yes,
Oh,
I know, I
wow.
can see it. I can see it, it's right in front of my eyes. Don't need to keep going on about it. But yeah, losing at home to Leeds, I don't know what's wrong with Liverpool this season. That doesn't wash for me, unfortunately. Just because you've lost one player doesn't mean you should be declining the way Liverpool are. That doesn't wash for me, like. Nah. That excuse doesn't wash for me. You lose one player and you've gone from being second in the league to being down in what, 8th? Nah. Nah. Something's fundamentally wrong at that club, and it's not just to do with Mane leaving. It's one player, for goodness sake. If Newcastle lost St Maximin, we'd still be up there. We'd still be easily up in the top 10 because we've got other players. And so Liverpool should. Liverpool have a good team. And they should not be 8th in the table. And if anything, Liverpool have strengthened their team. Sure, they've lost Mane, but they brought in Nunez, they brought in Carvalho. There's no excuses, man. Just because you lose one player. Oh no, I lost one player. Now we're down in 8th after being second last season. It's bullshit, man. There's something fundamentally wrong at that club, and it's not just bloody Mane leaving. There's something behind the scenes going on there. There's no way one player caused you to go from second to 8th. No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all. Liverpool have a good enough squad to be at least up in the top 4. Liverpool should at least be where bloody Newcastle are now. Of course they should. They've got a bloody good enough team. Klopp spent God knows how much money over the past 6-7 years. Liverpool should be in the top 4. I don't care what anybody says. And to make the excuse, oh well, they've lost Mane. Oh well, boo-hoo. Players move on. One player shouldn't change a whole team in the way the whole team's playing. And looking at Leeds' first goal on Match of the Day, that's just poor defending from Virgil van Dijk. He's meant to be one of the best centre-backs in the world, and he's defending like that. And the second goal's equally. I think it was the second goal actually where Van Dijk didn't defend it, because the first goal, I don't know what on earth Joe Gomez is doing there. He's plays a blind pass, trying to get a blind pass back to Alisson, and I think it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo intercepts it and scores. What is Joe Gomez doing? You can't blame this on Mane. It's individual errors that are losing Liverpool points, losing Liverpool games. I don't know what Joe Gomez is doing for the first goal, and I don't know what Virgil van Dijk's doing for the second one. Because Van Dijk needs to be quicker. Or was it the first? No, I actually think it was the first goal where you could blame Van Dijk and Gomez actually. I think I'm getting confused because Gomez gets the ball and Rodrigo cuts it out, but I think Van Dijk's there and Van Dijk should react quicker, I think. Yeah, it was the first goal, but anyways. Yeah, I remember now because yeah, it was the first goal. I mainly blame Gomez for the first goal because I don't know what he's doing playing a blind pass back to Alisson. But I just think as a centre half, I think Van Dijk should be quicker to react to that. Oh yeah, we've got to close that app. Sure it saves. I know a Newcastle fan is very happy that Newcastle beat Villa 4-0. Yeah, well that's for obvious reasons, that one. You know, the Villa fans mocked when we went down, even though they were relegated themselves. But I'd love to tell some of those Villa fans that mocked us when we went down. This is in 2016, by the way. I'm not talking about the other occasion in 2009, where we scored that famous own goal against Villa and we went down. I'm on about 2016 with the banners. They laughed at us when we went down, but who's laughing now? Because they certainly aren't. They're in a relegation fight while we're trying to get into Europe. So who's laughing now, Villa fans? Certainly not yous. Couldn't happen to a nicer team. Mocking the relegation, man. I mean, it'd be fine if it was like Sunderland who were mocking relegation because they're rivals. But I mean, when it's a team like Aston Villa from the Midlands, I mean, really? It's understandable if your rivals laugh at you for going down. Like, obviously that's rivalry, and you know they're gonna do that. But when it's a bloody team from the Midlands doing it, I mean, like Villa have won anything in the past bloody 10 years either. Only thing Villa have won in the past 10 years is like the playoff final or whatever it was. Nah, I just like it. I just like it when we beat Villa. And yesterday we didn't only beat them, we absolutely thumped them, especially in the second half. Callum Wilson, Miguel Almiron, Joe Linton all scored goals. Callum Wilson got a brace. Villa are in deep trouble this season, and I absolutely don't care if they go down. I'm sorry, after what they've done, after those banners, people will say, oh, it was just banter. That's not banter. That's taking the piss out of a football club because they've gone down. And just to remind anybody who's watching this stream, Villa were already relegated themselves. Villa finished 20th that season. Newcastle finished 18th. Villa were down, yet they're still mocking us for going down as well, you know. They got Mr. Good Evening. Yeah, well, he wouldn't have been happy watching yesterday's game because his team were thumped. But yeah, it's kind of calmer if you ask me, really. You know, with those banners and that. That wasn't banter. Like sub on the tine and that. Like, how is that even funny? It's just damn my fucking arsehole behaviour. Hopefully they're bloody subbing if the team goes down this year. They must see you subbing, because it won't be us. We'll be smiling actually if we get into European football, and we might smile even more if they say that they've gone down. Nah, I'm not trying to land in the UFO. I just want to collect the plans. I'm not here to land on the UFO. Here to collect plans and level up. But if you're a rival team mocking your rivals for going down, like, that's fair enough. Because you're rivals and that's rivalry. But when it's a team from the Midlands, it's just like And I remember the first time that we went down in 2009, I used to watch the Premier League years as well, because I was young the first time that Newcastle dropped out of the Premier League back in 2009, but I remember we scored an own goal against Villa. And I remember seeing loads of Villa fans going, "Oh, we sent you down, blah, blah, blah." But really, you didn't send me down. We sent ourselves down because we're poor in the season. Same with the 15-16 season. Nobody sent me down. Yeah, we were poor over 38 games, and that's why we got relegated. Nobody sent us down. You know, someone didn't send us down in that season. We went down because we were poor over the 38 games. Sure, them winning 3-0 against Everton kept them up, but, you know, we put ourselves in that position. When you're employing Steve McLaren, you're asking for trouble. The best thing is you now have better owners, better players. Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's a weird one for me, seeing my team do well. Obviously we had the honeymoon period in the 90s where we nearly won the Premier League. But I've only ever known the Mike Ashley era. I've only ever known, you know, being grateful that my team are still in the Premier League and experiencing, you know, 2 relegations. But only one of those I was really old enough to fully understand, which was obviously the 15-16 one, because obviously in 2009 I was quite young. I would have been about 7-year-old. Better manager too. Before that you had Steve Bruce. Oh yeah, how's a better manager than Steve Bruce? No doubt about that. You know, people will go on about obviously Howe's got a relegation on his record, but yes, he might have a relegation on his record, but that's with a team like Bournemouth. And remember that same Bournemouth squad he got from League 2 to the Premier League in the first place, so don't forget about that. In Bournemouth in the early like 2010s, Bournemouth were nearly in non-league, and I'm sure they were in like administration or something. Yeah, and he managed to keep the team up in that season. And the next season he got them promoted to League 1, and he just kept getting them promoted, getting them back up to the Prem. To me, that's the sign of a good manager already. You know, you're taking a team like Bournemouth, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but you know they're not an amazing team. You know, they're one of the teams that this season are probably going to be in the relegation fight. They don't have a lot of money like other teams, and you're going to take that team from League Two in administration all the way up to the Premier League. I think is an extraordinary achievement. He didn't have a lot to work with at Bournemouth. I mean, he had some more right players. You know, you had Callum Wilson, you had Fraser there. But you know, overall, he didn't have great players. Success being trouble too. What will happen if Liverpool sack their manager and want to hire Newcastle manager as their own? I'm not worried about that. I don't think Eddie Howe would join Liverpool. I'm not worried about that. How is he here for the project? He won't leave us to join Liverpool. I'm telling you that now. And if anything, we're in a slightly better position in Liverpool because yes, Liverpool obviously finished second last season. Liverpool are in the Champions League, but Liverpool are declining. They've got an old midfield. We are doing the opposite. We are progressing. So why would you want to go from Newcastle to Liverpool at the moment? Newcastle's a team that have a project going. We are clearly improving already. And Liverpool are declining, so nah, can't see that happening. Yeah, but that's going from Brighton to Chelsea. You know, Potter got his ninth last season, which was quite good with that Brighton team. Yeah, but the difference here is that Brighton don't have as much money as us, which is the first thing. It's obvious because we're owners. But the second thing is Brighton aren't on a project. You know, if you're manager of Brighton and you finish mid-table, the board are happy with that. Because different teams have different ambitions. You know, a team like Bournemouth are just happy to stay in the league. You know, a team like Man City, Liverpool, they want to be up there winning the title. Different teams have different board expectations. Like Newcastle's expectation this season is probably to finish around between 6th and 10th, somewhere around there, I would say. But an expectation of a Chelsea is to at least get in the top 4. You know, Man United will expect Ten Hag to get them into the top 4 as well. But a team like Fulham, for instance, you know, Marco Silva would only be expected to really keep them in the league. It's possible, but I think it'll be difficult to finish in the top 6. I do think Liverpool will pick up. I'm just saying at this moment in time, Liverpool are very poor, and I don't think, you know, them losing Mane is the only reason that they're poor. I'm sure Liverpool will pick up. We've got Man United. You've got to think about Man United in the equation as well. If Man United miss out on Champions League, will they be in the top 6? Probably. I think City, Arsenal and Tottenham are pretty much nailed on to be the top 3. then you're looking at the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United. Really, you know, if we can finish above Man United, then we'll probably get in the top 6. I don't know. I don't even know if Man U will finish top 4. To be honest, they could finish just below the top 4. But this is all very much dependent on if Liverpool do pick up, which I think they will. But you've got to look at the other teams around you as well. But concentrate on yourself, and we just have to keep winning games. And there's going to be a big problem for us though if Callum Wilson gets injured again, because he's scoring a lot of our goals. I mean, we've got Almiron, but if Wilson gets injured, that's going to be a bit worrying. That's why Gareth Southgate, please do not take Callum Wilson to the World Cup, because if he gets injured, yeah, we're in a little bit of trouble. Although St. Maximin is back, St. Maximin did play a few minutes yesterday, so I mean St. Maximin can score goals, but you know, Callum Wilson, our main number 9, the main player, was going to get our goals. You would think for the majority of the season. Injury prone, we don't want him injured again. But this is why teams sign quality players. Because you need depth in your squad in case somebody does get injured. I mean, we've got Isaac to come back yet. But our third striker is Chris Wood. Yeah, I don't rate him personally. The thing with Chris Wood, I think if we'd still been, let's just say for a second, we were still owned by Mike Ashley, we were still happy to stay in the league. Maybe Chris Wood would be a better player for us in that circumstance. But with the project and everything that's going on and us trying to be the best, Chris Wood's just not the answer, man. I think Chris Wood would do well at like a Southampton, Bournemouth, a team like that. A team with slightly lower expectations. I mean, he did alright at Burnley, to be fair. He did alright at Burnley. Burnley are in the Championship now, but they're trying to get an immediate return to the Premier League under Vincent Kompany. Of course, a Man City legend. If they do, he could be playing against his old manager, Pep Guardiola, next season. If they do come up. Be an interesting one. Sometimes with certain players, you know, the expectations and all that, you know, surely it's got to sometimes figure in the back of players' minds.
Oh.
No, I just don't think Chris Wood's the answer. I think it was probably a bit of a panic buy last January because we're in trouble. We need to get somebody in for the circumstances we're in. And we just paid his release clause, didn't we? Oh, damn. And when Alexander Isak is back, when Alexander Isak's back from injury as well, I can't see Chris Wood getting much game time. Because Isak and Wilson will just be rotated. You know, the likes of Jacob Murphy, Sean Longstaff, I think, you know, they're the sort of players that I don't really think are really that good enough for the Premier League. That we could be upgrading on. But we'll wait and see. Wait and see how the season goes. Wait and see what business we do in January as well. Got the January window open in a couple of months. I mean, Chinese gaming. If Brighton would like Chris Wood, then we're happy to sell him. We could do a deal. Wouldn't sell him on the free, but we could negotiate a deal maybe between 10 and 15 mil. Or we could swap him for like Trossard or someone. I'm only joking. Oh, Wilson's been playing well. He's been scoring goals when he hasn't been injured. He scored 2 yesterday. He should have scored a hat-trick actually. He hit the bar. He hit the bar at the end of the game. He was unlucky not to score. I got a better deal. We give you Welbeck and you give us Chris Wood. Nah, I'll just delegate the deal like you do on FIFA, and I'll just take the selling of Chris Wood. We don't need Danny Welbeck. Nah, I'll just delegate that. You can have Chris Wood. We don't want any of your players in the deal. You just pay the cash. It's going to be a massive break from club football anyways because of the World Cup. I wouldn't want Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck's old. Well past his best. Nah. Yeah, but Chris Wood's actually 2 years younger than Danny Welbeck, by the way. I'm sure Wood's 29. Nah, that's something that we've got to look at. I think we've got to look at the bench and think, right, you know, we need to improve our reserve and bench players. Where is he? Over there. All of a sudden, a lot of clubs want Bruno, including Liverpool, Real Madrid, and now Barcelona. Yeah, they can want him all they want. You know, he's not for sale, so they can want him all they want. We're not selling him. Bruno is not for sale. We're blocking all offers. We're not going to sell him. Yeah. Sell one of your best players. Absolutely fucking not. We're trying to improve the squad, not make it fucking worse. Bruno is not for sale. We only signed him last January. Bruno is not for sale. You're going to have to look for someone else. Nah. Not selling Bruno. Bruno's young. Bruno's young. He's very good. No. I've only had him for 9 months, man. Nah. He won't be getting sold. I would sell one of my best players if the price was right. No. Don't want Newcastle to sell Bruno at all. Who would Brighton's best players be? Brighton's best players would be probably the goalkeeper Sanchez and probably Trossard. Apart from that, I don't think Brighton's squad's brilliant. I mean, it's all right, but I don't think it's brilliant. Brighton have a few old players actually. You've got like Lallana and Welbeck. Probably Trossard. Trossard's probably Brighton's best player. Lewis Dunk. Wow. Oh, Speed's rushed off again. Now I can't find the plant. Speed, you need to start waiting for us, like, instead of rushing on all the time. I honestly hate it when he does that. Like, he rushes on. I can't find the plan. I don't know if I don't think I did collect this one. Cause I'm doing the same as you. Did I? Oh, I don't even know. I can't even remember.
Yeah, you have connected because I have to wait for spawn. I have to wait for spawn to be spawned. You did connect to that one.
Oh, right, okay. Just forget what I just said then. Oh, I'm nearly leveled up. Nice. You are called Speed for no reason. Just wow, Chinese. quickly return my Mark II to storage.
Your voice connected, oh.
Oh well, I'm looking forward to the Formula 1 race tonight. Mexican Grand Prix. The person I want to win is starting third, so he has a chance at least. Who's on pole? Who do you think's on pole? I'm sure you can guess without me telling you who's on pole if you watch the Formula 1. I'll give you 3 guesses before I tell you who's on pole, because I'm sure you'll be able to get it. Nope, wrong. I've just said the person I want to win starting third. I want Lewis Hamilton to win the race. Lewis Hamilton is not on pole. He hasn't had a pole all season. Yes, Max is on pole. For about the 15th time in the last 20 races, or however many it's been. Because Red Bull's too good, that's why. I still enjoy watching the Formula 1, even though obviously now it's just Max winning all the time, but I still enjoy watching the Formula 1. What do you mean, Chinese? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
LJT, fuck off.
Yep. Oh, what happened to the Mercedes? The Mercedes hasn't been anywhere near as quick as the Red Bull or the Ferrari all season. It's not quick enough. That's what's happened to the Mercedes. Ferrari and Red Bull have improved, and the Mercedes has got worse. It's the 3rd quickest car now, the Mercedes. Mercedes have had a poor season, and I'm happy to admit this as well. Well, I'm not happy to admit it, but I will admit this. Lewis Hamilton's had a poor season as well. To be 6th in the Drivers' Championship after finishing 2nd last season, you know, it's not been a great season for Mercedes at all. They're not going to win any of the championships because Red Bull's already won the Drivers and the Constructors. Remember, Mercedes won the Constructors last season, I believe. They're not winning it this season. Red Bull's winning everything. And Ferrari have been horrendous this season. With the strategies and everything, really screwing especially Charles Leclerc over. At the start of the season, you thought, oh, can Charles Leclerc win the championship? Well, we've certainly been given the answer. Ferrari have been poor at times with the strategy. So next season, if Mercedes don't raise the game, then it'll be Ferrari versus Red Bull again. Because Mercedes need big improvements if they want to be back up there challenging. Because Lewis Hamilton's not winning an 8th World Championship in that car. Absolutely not. It's not quick enough. There's 2 games on in the Premier League today. Arsenal Nottingham Forest at 2 and Man United West Ham 4:15. Because obviously there was 8 games on yesterday, so that means there would only be 2 left. But the big event is on at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock UK time. The Mexican Grand Prix. Very much looking forward to that. Hopefully it will not be another win for Max. Probably will be. That isn't looking very likely. As I said, the Mercedes is just not quick enough to win races compared to the obviously Red Bull and Ferrari.
Hasn't spawned for me yet.
Wow. So it seems like Speed's having bad luck with the plants spawning today. I mean, he was close to winning the American Grand Prix, to be fair, Lewis Hamilton, but Max obviously overtook him near the end because he used his fresh tyres and his faster car to close in on Hamilton's lead and then overtook him. But will Lewis Hamilton even win a race this season? I mean, it's looking unlikely. Could argue that USA was his best chance. Unless Max and Leclerc have a mechanical issue or something like that. I can't see how that happens. It's disappointing as a Lewis fan, but it's kind of the opposite. It's kind of the opposite way around to the football. You know, in the football, I had a team who wasn't very good, scrapping for relegation and just staying up. And now I've got a team who's up there and doing well. It was the opposite with the Formula One because Lewis used to be up there winning championships, winning a lot more races, and now the team's just not as good. So it's kind of the other way around for the F1. Hello, Boss Gaming. How's it going? Yep, I can see it already. The peyote plants just spawn at different locations on the map. Speed knows all the locations, but I'm not very good at them. Did you get it, Speed? Yeah, he did. Okay. Speed is fast sometimes. Too fast. Nah, he just wants to get the plants. Speed's pushing to hit rank 1000, so that's why he's spamming the hell out of plants. He's ranked up like over 80 times from them the past few days. Like without speed in the game, like I wouldn't know where these plants are. Oh, the plants are even helping me to rank up. It would take me bloody ages to level up if I was doing like one crate method or missions. These still take a while, but just not as long. Yep, I see it. Let's see, has it spawned for speed yet? I assume that's a no. Speed, run well away from the area. Oh, that's spawned.
Now it has.
Well away from the area. I'm not having too many issues with plants spawning today. I think what you need to do is kind of go towards the plant but stay a bit back from it so it has time to spawn properly. Maybe that might be why sometimes it isn't spawning.
I have no idea.
I guess that was EA, the developers. Some of the players are rated too low. Though. Like Bruno Guimaraes is rated like what 81 or something like that. He should be at least 85. Saint Maximin's low 80s as well. Like 80s, he should at least be 85. So can't pay too much attention to the ratings. Yeah, but the normal Bruno should not be 81. Should be about 85. And Saint Maximin should not be 81. Saint Maximin should be higher.
I'm gonna do your message.
I don't need to because it's the spawning in for me, so.